Hi, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of the Toy Room Tour, which is kind of my way of celebrating the new year, is just doing a big tour of my entire collection. And if you watched the previous video, hopefully you remember that I had to do a part 2. And sorry it's taken me a while to put this out. It's just been a crazy few days, so I'm just now able to get to this part 2 video of the Toy Room Tour. So like I said, if you watched the first part of the Toy Room Tour, which was my main actual toy room, I had said that I have some spillover, or basically just kind of out of room. So in my bedroom is where quite a bit of the rest of my collection is. And actually, this is where I filmed the majority of my videos, at least my most recent videos, because this room is probably where the best lighting is, and it gives me the most room to kind of maneuver around. So what you're looking at right now should actually look really familiar, because this is kind of what I use as my background. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the rest of my toy collection. So starting with this bookshelf, which is my Ninja Turtle shelf. I've got some boxed NECA figures up there. I have a vintage April O'Neil that's on a really good card. And then the giant size movie Raphael is up there. And then this first shelf is Super7 Ultimates Ninja Turtle figures. So Super7 Ninja Turtles is probably the only toy line that I've been getting everything of. For the most part, I just kind of pick and choose my favorite characters or my favorite versions of things. But yeah, the Super7 TMNT line is definitely very nostalgic for me, and I've talked about it a bunch of times already on the channel. And then in the back there, I've got some NECA movie Splinter figures, and then I kind of have a little kind of Splinter shrine back there with all kinds of different little Splinter figures. So yeah, kind of that's like the Splinter area back there. Obviously, when I get more Super 7 good guys, it's gonna kind of get a little cramped, but right now, it looks really good. So going down to the Super 7 villains. Now I know that technically Mutagen Man and Muckman are not villains, but that's what I always considered them when I played with the vintage toys 30 years ago, give or take. So yeah, they're just going to have to go on the villain shelf because that's where I want them to be. So that's all the Super 7. Of course, the Muckman just came out along with Mikey and Casey. And Mondo is back there on a skateboard. But yeah, this Muckman is really, really cool. Then we've got my NECA TMNT collection. So I'm super choosy with the NECA figures, and I've talked about this as well in some of my previous videos. I've just had some definite QC issues with a lot of the NECA figures, but I pretty much just collect my favorite villains. You know, the Chrome Dome, the Toka and Razar, Anthrax and Scumbug, Rat King and Leatherhead. Like, those are definitely some of my all-time favorite characters and figures, so definitely had to get those. But yeah, they look really cool. And then the next shelf is a mixture of miscellaneous TMNT toys and my Raphael collection. So if you've been watching this channel, you know that Raphael is my favorite turtle. So I've got just a whole bunch of just Raphael figures, as well as, like, you know, little keychains and the, you know, Funko stuff and all that. And then I've just got some others here that I'm just kind of, you know, lacking a shelf for. So we've got, you know, the Playmates Classics back there. We've got like a Krang. I think that's a Mega Bloks or some kind of thing like that. And then we've got some of the NECA video game and the NECA Mondo Gecko, which was my absolute #1 favorite figure of 2021, and probably a surprising choice, but I just love that figure. He is just so awesome. Then the bottom shelf are my vintage TMNT figures. So I think I have pretty much everybody that I want. I'm still trying to track down a couple accessories. And if I come across a foot soldier that's a good price and good shape, I'll probably pick that up too. But yeah, this is pretty much everybody I want, and most of them have all their accessories. So very happy with these guys as well. Very, very nostalgic, like I said. And then we've got a whole bunch of Funko Pops. And this is not all the Funko Pops I have, but these are like my favorites or the newest ones. And, you know, just a whole bunch of different properties represented here. So yeah, pretty cool. And then I got the, you know, giant size one, some more little Funko things, and then some graphic novels, and then just some random Superman stuff. I've got some other Superman Funko Pops down there. And just, you know, Superman is my favorite character out of, you know, any comic book, fantasy, sci-fi character. So I have a lot of Superman stuff, as you probably already saw in the part 1 video. And then over here on top of my dresser is my Castle Grayskull and my Masters of the Universe Origins figures. So like a lot of my shelves, this is getting a little crowded. Got Web Store with his grappling hook kind of off to the side there. I just got Buzz off, and then I swapped the head from my Masterverse Stinkor onto the Origin Stinkor, and I gave him an axe because I wanted him to have a weapon. And then there is Skeletor on the Land Shark, kind of, you know, hanging out over there. Probably making some plans. And then this is actually the Masters of the Universe Classics Battle Cat. I just figured, look, I have the Classics Battle Cat. I did not have the Classics Panther, so I just didn't feel the need to buy yet another Battle Cat because, you know, he's already super awesome. But yeah, so this is my castle display. It is getting a little crowded. Don't have a lot more room, but I mean, I think I have most of the characters that I really, really love, as well as some just extra ones because they look super cool. So yeah, that's the Origins collection, and I love them. They're super, super fun, very affordable, and I haven't had too hard of a time tracking down all the figures that I've wanted, so that's always nice as well. So just hang with me here as we move across the room, and that brings us to this side of the bedroom. So these are all my comic books. I think I have about 10 long boxes. So yeah, all the comic books kind of reside here. And then I've got statues on that table. And then another wall of figures. And again, this is overflow from my main toy room. So these are all either newer figures or figures that I had in storage that I wanted to display. So you can see we've got the retro Turtles, which just came out last year. And then some of the Funkos, the Super7s, a bunch of the old Power Rangers that I had in storage. And I wanted to kind of, you know, enjoy those again and look at those. We got some DC collectibles, some Mattel DC Universe. We've got some McFarlane DC Universe or DC Multiverse. Some Marvel figures over here. We've got the Walgreens exclusive Fantastic Four set. Some of the retro figures that I want to leave on card because I just love those figures. I'm kind of dying to open that Vision right there, but I'm just not going to do it. He just looks way too good in the packaging, but I would also love to have that Vision loose to be able to pose him. So yeah, just some other figures that don't have the room for in the main toy room. So there they are. And then again, we've got statues, bunch of DC statues. We've got the Party Wagon that was re-released last year. There's Goliath from the NECA Gargoyles. There's my little pin set. We've got the DC Direct Red Lantern. We've got the Red Lantern Dexstar plush. The re-release of the Turtle Blimp is there as well. So yeah, so like I said, this is part 2 of the toy collection because I just do not have the room. So this is getting pretty full as well. So yeah, we'll just have to make do and rearrange and reorganize and do what we got to do. So thanks a lot for watching this video, any of my other videos that you've enjoyed. If you haven't seen part 1 of the toy room tour, definitely check that out because I have a lot more than just this stuff. And yeah, feel free to like the video and comment, and I would love to see some other people's toy room tours for the new year. Take care.